When it comes to tools, this is where I pump most of my points beginning game. Usually, I will do minor 69er as quickly as I can. The higher your minor 69er, the more resources you're going to get per hit on whatever item it is, whether it be stone or wood. So, especially beginning game when you're doing a lot of resource gathering, minor 69er is essential. Concrete mixing, steel smithing, workbench, and chemistry station. Usually, you can find a workbench and a chemistry station out in the world. You will not find a concrete mixer out in the world, though. If you find something like... We're going to go into the cheat menu here. Forge will be the first thing that you'll make. I suggest making one as quickly as you possibly can. And I'll show you what you'll need to make one. And how to gather the materials to make one. A wrench is something that you will need as soon as you can find one. Wrenches typically will be found in sinks. Let's just search these two, see if we get lucky. Oh, boom, look at that. We even got a stronger one than the one we picked up. Now, I will say this, in beginning game, you're going to want to find 2 wrenches. Your weaker one, you're going to use to build your workbench. When you build a workbench, it's forged iron, mechanical parts, 1 wrench, and 1 hammer. Do not make the mistake of setting it up to build a workbench with your good wrench and a bad wrench in your inventory. Put your good wrench in a box somewhere. Otherwise, you will lose your wrench completely. You will never get it back. Same with the hammer. So make sure that you don't use your good items to make things like that. I thought I got a cement mixer. I guess I didn't. Let me grab a cement mixer too. And actually, I want to get a better wrench as well. And do this annoying thing for a minute. Okay, I guess that's as strong as we're going to get for now, is that. That's alright, I guess. Do a cement mixer. Alright. Boom. Alright, now to place these things, you just pop them down in your tool belt. You can pick where you're going to place them, just like you did with bedroll. I'm just going to place everything right. It's not going to let me place it there. Come on now. Sure, that's not what I said, but that's okay. Chemistry stations you could find in a store called Popping Pills. In the back, there's a chemistry station back there. If you find something like the chemistry station, the forge, or the workbench out in the world, if you go over to it and you wrench it down, which can take a minute, if you have a really weak wrench, destroy it slightly. Ooh, let's not do that. Destroy it slightly with... I don't think it'll destroy it. Yeah, so you could destroy it slightly with your axe or a pickaxe. Just make sure you don't completely destroy it, because you will lose it. But if you wrench it down, let's get it there, boom, it'll pop into your inventory. So workbenches you could find in gas stations, and chemistry stations you can find in Poppin' Pills. So you could go steal those early game if you're lucky enough to find one. Workbenches can make anything that you can make on your person. So if I wanted to make a whole bunch of something and I don't want to put up one of my inventory slots to do it, one of my crafting slots to do it, you can set it in here. Now keep in mind, if you make something in your workbench, unless you sit in there while it's making your whatever item, you're not going to get the skills for making it. So keep that in mind when you're making stuff on the workbench. It can make more than what you can make on your person, though. It can make beds. You can't make that on your person. It can make lights, and everything will give you, this is what you need, this is how much you need. It will be able to make steel tools. You won't be able to make steel tools on your person. So steel tools is something that you obviously want and need. They're the strongest version of the tools, but you won't have that available until you have steel smithing. And then you'll have to get the steel, which you make in the forge. It'll look like this. And you'll have to get the wood, and you'll have to put it into your workbench. It will make at whatever level your tool smithing is. So I suggest bumping up your tool smithing before making your first round of steel tools by making a whole bunch of those stone axes. That will up your skills very, very quickly, and it'll make your tools stronger later in the game. It could also make some furniture items that you can't make on your person, so that's quite nice, the letters and stuff like that. I use workbenches for tools and for building material if I don't want to take up my own space, and I also use them to make, not burning barrels, gas barrels, because gas barrels do take forever to make. You can also make your doors. Let's go up here to doors. You can make a wooden door on you, and I believe an iron door on you, and that's it. But this one, in the workbench, you can make your garage door, a hard metal door, jail doors, or vault doors. Vault doors are going to be the strongest. And you can also make a drawbridge as well. So yeah, that's cool to do with that. Chemistry station, I would suggest definitely using it to make your antibiotics. You can see in here it's 111, whereas in the fireplace I think it was 115.1 or something like that. So it's a lot quicker, a lot more efficient. You can make fertilizer with poop in this one. I prefer making it in the cement mixer, like I said before, and you use rotting flesh for it in the cement mixer, which you get a lot of because you kill a lot of zombies. Glue I make in this, grain alcohol I make in this, and gunpowder I make in this. As well as gas cans. I use the oil shale to make gas cans, and you can pump out 60 will fit in this area. So if you're setting it up to make gas cans, make sure you only set it at 60 because it will continue burning. It won't make you your gas cans, and it will destroy whatever oil shale you have in it. So if you like set it to maximum number, it will continue to burn through the oil shale and not give you the gas for it. So don't do that. Set it at 60, and that way you don't lose any oil shale. And that's about it for chemistry station. I don't use chemistry station for a whole lot. Cement mixer, it's pretty self-explanatory. You make cement with it mostly. Crushed sand can come in handy for a few things. One, you need it for cement. So if I go up here, you see you need sand, 2 stone, and cement. You can make sand with stone, and usually you can get stone a lot easier than you can get sand. So if you're making a lot of cement, which you want, a lot of concrete, which you want, because it's a strong thing that you can get pretty easy early on in the game, you'll see by day 7 of my YouTube Let's Play that I will have a cement horde base set up, and the way I do it is I will turn some of my stone into sand. Sand also comes in handy in the forge. If you put sand into the forge, you can make glass, and with glass you can make bottles, and with bottles you can make an endless water source basically. Make 500 bottles, go to a water source, scoop up the water, and boom, you have boiled water for days. Now in the forge you'll see a spot for an anvil, calipers, and the die kit. Die kit is absolutely 100% useless on consoles. So even if you find one out in the world, still grab it, but sell it. It's pointless. You don't need it. The calipers you will need. It will be to help make your ammo, and the anvil you'll need. Anvil's pretty easy to get. You just burn some iron into there. You need, I think, 200 iron and 20 clay. So you just burn some iron into that and some clay into that. You'll be able to make your own anvil, put it up there. You need an anvil to make just about everything in the forge. And obviously each item in the forge you can look at, okay, this is building stuff. All right, this is how I make it. This is what I need to make it. It'll show you exactly what you need, what you have, and how long it takes to make it. Resources, brass, all that fun jazz will be right here. Easy to find. Your ammo, your arrowheads, buckshot, bullet casings, all of that right here. Same with that. And you can look at the recipe for absolutely anything in any item, even on your person. You go into your crafting, it'll tell you, okay, that's what you need to make it. If we go, let's go here. I'll say, okay, that's what you need to make it. Now, if you're looking for a specific item, like a steel pickaxe is a good example. If you go to your tools, you'll see that there's not a steel pickaxe available. I can't make one. I can make an iron pickaxe, but I can't make a steel one. Whereas if I go in here, if I go up to tools, it will be right there in the tools. So if you can't make it on you or in the particular item, it will tell you whether it's there or not. I'm getting cold, so that's that mechanic I told you guys about. So because I'm getting cold, I'm going to go up to the cheap menu here and grab me a coat. Just grab that one. Hello. And boom, that'll warm me up. So you'll slowly start to see my temperature down there start rising, and you can see right here feels like 35.67, and it's rising rather quickly. Another way to rise your temperature, especially if you're freezing, go next to a forge, next to a fireplace, just stand there and it'll warm you up, and you'll see the little fire symbol down there by you. And if you want to smelt something down in the forge, you just take it and you put it right there. Tell you how long it'll take to forge down, and then it'll pop up in this area as to how much it gives you. Most of what you want to throw in your forge is going to be iron and clay. So let's go to knives. Bone shiv will be the first knife you'll be able to make. It won't give you a huge yield on meat, but it will give you some yield. Let's see. Oh, that would be the airdrop. That little orange parachute up there. That's what the airdrop looks like. There's not another dead body up here, unfortunately. So let's look. This is a pretty weak one. Corpses are always good, but this is a weak knife. Okay, so it gave me one rotting flesh. If I go to the hunting knife, it's a weak one, but it gave me a rotting flesh and a bone. If I had gone to the machete, it probably would have given me 2 rotting meat and a bone. So the machete is the best one you can have. You cannot make it, however. You have to buy it at the trader. I've never found one. I don't think I've ever found one out and about, but it's probably possible. I just never have. Hammers will upgrade faster and quicker than a stone axe, but a nail gun will upgrade faster than a hammer. Stone axe, an iron axe is faster than a stone axe, and a steel axe is faster and better than an iron axe. So they go up in level. Unfortunately, there's only one gardening hoe, and that's the iron one, but I don't really think that matters too much because you don't really use that tool very often. The better the tool, the higher the level of the tool, the better the resources you're going to get from said tool. I think I've covered just about everything I could think of to cover for beginners. If anybody has any questions or wants to know some more tips for later stages in the game or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment, and I will do my best to answer those comments with either another video or just directly by replying to them. And you guys have a wonderful day, evening, morning, night, whatever it is, wherever you are.